ChatGPT, AI updates and privacy, beeper. ChatGPT and LLMs explained artificial intelligence is taking over. Or is it? We keep hearing about ChatGPT, OpenAI, and tons of other AI tools. I've even talked about them since my first newsletter was published. I personally use AI each week in some way in my newsletter. Rest assured, I still write every word of every article, but maybe not every title. Even though I've had multiple people ask me to explain ChatGPT and AI more in depth. So here we are. First off, we need to mention the different types of AI available. I will discuss 3 common ones you may have seen or heard about: discriminative, predictive, and generative. All of these use a data set referred to as a large language model, LLM. Think of this as the organized database the AI can pull information from. In some cases, it may include access to the internet, but consider this: the larger the data set, the longer responses take. Part of the magic of these new AI tools is their ability to organize the data set and access it extremely fast. Most LLMs are set, meaning they are not updated, at least frequently. From what I can find, ChatGPT only has access to information as recent as September 2021, and this is ChatGPT version 3.5. Version 4 went live on March 13, 2023, and is estimated to have 10 times as much data, which this will eventually be updated to a newer version too. It's important to note this is not real-time data. Bing and Google's AI have access to real-time data, but there are other issues with that we may save for another time. Either way, this is what gives people Skynet and Terminator vibes. First up, discriminative AI. This is AI tools that can only work in the context of what they know and have been trained on. They will give a generic, "Sorry, I can't help with that" answer many times, or simply do not respond. They generally can't fully function without an internet connection, but may do small things with cached data. Examples of these include biometric access, fingerprints, Face ID, Alexa, Siri, and Hey Google. Predictive AI is what it says it is: predictive. It looks at the data it was trained on to recognize patterns and make predictions. It will not guess, and it will not extrapolate. It's very conservative in predictions, although there may be times it provides false positives or false negatives. These types of AI have been trained to do a very specific task, and may even do so on autopilot. A common example is your email spam filter. But there are also many proprietary uses in business: healthcare, financial, weather, manufacturing, not to mention the many we may never know about. Lastly, generative AI is all about creating or generating something new. This may also be viewed as a version of predictive AI, but this is the AI version that takes their check to the casino, rather than lock it up in a CD for 18 months. The goal here is to be a bit more risky and create. This is also where the G in ChatGPT comes from: Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer. That said, ChatGPT can also be tamed down to function as more of a predictive AI. A main reason understanding prompts is important, and why Bing gave their chatbot 3 levels: creative, balanced, precise. The more creative the AI is, the greater the chance it has to make things up. It is literally doing the job it was programmed to do when it does that. Which is why it makes me ridiculously crazy when people freak out and say AI is becoming sentient. It's not. AIs are becoming so great at learning and doing what they're programmed to do that we may not be too far away from a real-life version of iRobot. Tesla is trying with their robot, and Boston Dynamics is also making moves, but there's still a long way to go, and the discussion of how much, if any, oversight is warranted. A more current example of what AI can do in the immediate future is Dr. Gupta. It's a great example of how predictive and generative AI can mix. If you want to see a ton of niche AI tools, check out Austin Armstrong on TikTok. I'll end with something I've always said in regard to this type of software. AI is a tool to enhance your workflow in life. Use it accordingly. Everything must be reviewed and checked for facts and biases. Amongst privacy concerns, Elon Musk launches XAI. In an interview a couple of months ago with Tucker Carlson, Elon Musk expressed concerns about privacy issues with AI and how regulations are needed moving forward. He shared about his help with the creation of OpenAI. As OpenAI has become more of a for-profit company, his concerns have caused him to launch a new company, XAI. Some of his comments must have been heard and agreed with, because there has been a proposal for an international regulatory body for AI. In similar but separate news, a new bill passed in France allowing police to remotely activate cameras on mobile phones. At the risk of scaring anyone, this has always been possible. The issue is just to what extent and how easy or difficult it may be. Just sharing as a caution. More updates in the AI space. With the many AI tools available on the market, keep in mind one important thing. Most of these tools are built over OpenAI's LLMs, meaning a lot of other AI text apps you've seen are probably using ChatGPT on the back end. One of my favorite examples of this includes Perplexity AI. The same is true with DALL-E. That said, there are many other popular and upcoming companies trying to take market share. Midjourney and Stable Diffusion are popular for image creation, with a more recent announcement from up-and-coming ChatGPT rival Claude 2. Don't forget about Google Bard and their medical chatbot, MedPalm 2, which has already been in testing by the Mayo Clinic. Lastly, with all of the AI and LLM tools in development, the Linux operating system has been gaining market share, now up to 3%, the highest in the last 30 years. That may not seem like much, but the 1% it took over the past 2 years had to come from Microsoft, Google, and Apple. For an open source OS, that's a big deal. Beeper, Universal Messenger. Do you message with certain people in one app, but other people in another app? Do you miss messages from your social media direct messages because you never check them? Beeper is a new app for iOS and Android that combines all of your message apps into one app, including iMessage. The app is free with a subscription tier for extra features. However, the app has a wait list, so you can't download it just yet. Make sure to get on the wait list sooner than later should you wish to check this app out. Sign up at beeper.com. Weekly Wheaties is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber. Links for the above-mentioned items are available at weeklywheaties.com.